Hey guys, today we're going to put together the Velocity Volt double charge carrier. Out of the box, you'll get your receiver, your 2 carriers, swappable brackets, connecting plates, 2 ratchet straps, and all the hardware included to use the carrier and carry your bikes. You're going to start with this part of the carrier and take your connecting plates and place them through the front of the carrier like this. You're going to want to take your carriage bolt and a locking washer, place the carriage bolt through the hole on the side of the carrier and your locking nut. Screw all those on. Then you're going to take your 9/16 socket and tighten the flange bolts down. After you tighten those down, you're going to take this part of the carrier and slide it on like this, and repeat the steps by placing the bolts through these holes. And begin tightening them down. Now that we have the double carrier put together, we will decide on which swappable brackets to place on the carrier. Now the cool thing about these swappable brackets is it provides you, the rider, the ability to adjust how your bike sits on the carrier so you can achieve a level bike. So I'm going to start with placing 2 bigger brackets using button head screws. Now that I have these screwed on by hand, I will tighten them down. Now with your remaining swappable brackets, you'll be able to flip the carrier over and place them on the bottom. The cool thing about this is it gives the ability for you to store them. So if you're out and you need to switch the brackets for your friends or a different bike that you might have, they're easily accessible. Now that we have our swappable brackets placed onto the carrier, you're going to take your riser and connect it to the bottom of the carrier. Take this bolt and place it through the backside of the carrier. And the cool thing about this is this bolt gets locked into the back of the carrier, so you don't need to screw it down on both sides. So once that bolt's placed through the carrier, you're going to take your flat washer and put it on, then your locking washer, place it on, and then a wing nut, and tighten it down by hand. Once that's tightened, you have a carrier that's ready to go. Now that we have our carrier attached to our vehicle, we're going to get our bikes and load them up on the carrier. So now that you have both bikes placed on the carrier, you're going to grab your anchor bolts and secure them through the pegs first. Once you have your anchor bolts placed through the pegs on both bikes, you're going to take your flat washer and place it on here first, your locking washer on second, and finally your wing nut. And you're going to repeat this process on all 4 anchor bolts to secure the bikes to the carrier. Now for the final step, you're going to attach your included ratchet strap by placing it through the frame on your bike and hooking it on both of the holes through the bottom of the carrier. Once you attach the ratchet strap to the carrier, tighten the ratchet strap down. And a cool feature about this ratchet strap is there's some felt behind it that protects your bike from being scratched. Now that you have that tightened down, you're ready to go.